It is game number 4 indeed of the Total War League Season 10 Semifinals. Parmenion took game number 3 and they are back for more action. There was only one person before this that has handed Hami 2 losses, and that was Lord Moore. So this time Parmenion showing that Barca is indeed mortal. As we take a look at the builds, Barca, Balearics, looks like he's got 3 Balearics, 2 Iberians, 2 Cantabrian Cavalry. Painted Warrior is his melee of choice. He's got 5 of them. Celtibrian Cav, 2 Iberian Swords. Looks like he's going to have, wow, 5 Celtibrian Cav and the Noble Cav General Lusitani. Look at that line of just absolute damage. We'll start with the Slingers. Iberian Slingers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Outslinging, not in terms of quality, but in terms of number, the Lord Barca. Veteran Shield Warriors 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Wow. That's a lot of damage. 1 Lusitani Spearman on the left flank. Of course, you got the Lusitani Noble General, the only unit you can bring for the General. Skitari Cav 1, 2, 3, and 4. As here we have it. Parmenion with a chance to make history and be the first person to ever eliminate Hamilcar Barca from Total War League. It's Hami's 6th season so far. He's been a perfect 5 of 5 on the championships. But Parmenion says not today. Potentially. We're gearing up. They exchange their pleasantries. Best of luck. The American versus, what, the Dutchman? I think it's the Dutchman. We'll call him the American versus the European. It is time. As the first maneuver from Parmenion is a retreat. What a fool. What a fool. The pushback. Game 4. Parmenion leads 2-1. Just needs one more. Barca needs to win here to force a game 5. Going to win 2 games in a row, which clearly can be done. Parmenion just did it. But the strong Slingers out the gate right now as the prediction is still up. Beck, can you close the prediction? Praise the gods. Praise the gods indeed, as Skirm Cav advantage to Hami. Sending 1 out on each side. That's Shield Warriors. The early retreat was just it was a faux retreat. It was a fake retreat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because now he marches forward. But Parmenion, Barca, he is in his element. He's got his Slingers back. He's got his balanced build back. This one obviously less melee and lesser quality. Those Vet Shield Warriors. I'm curious how these Painted Warriors match up. We got 42 melee attack, 50 melee attack, 75 melee defense on those Vet Shields. Only 50 on the Painted Warriors, and the majority of this army, well, the melee is the Painted Warriors. What do we got? We got, I can't count. 5 + 2, 7 melee versus 8. And those 8 are just, they're actually beastly melee. As last game, we saw Parmenion just said, oh, you got Skirm Cav? No big deal. No big deal. They have a charge ability? Painted Warriors? Oh, scare? You mean scare ability? They do scare. We'll see how that comes into play. See how that comes into play as even these Slingers not even worried, not looking back at the what was the Cantabrian? Not looking back at the Cantabrian, letting them do their own thing. Them do their own thing as now here comes some pressure.
Riders advance! Riders!
Thinking twice about that. So Parmenion's almost within the range of those elite Slingers, the Balearics. Nothing to mess with. They got very, very good missile damage and their armor and everything about them very good. Their morale, 45 morale compared to the Iberian 25, so nearly double with that morale. Skitari Cav against the Celtibrians. I think the Skitari is better.
Forward!
It just matched up a bit better. So, Cav, more Cav to Hami. There's a first blood. Looks like the Cantabrian have spilt some blood. Now the push is on. Looks like looks like we're now within range of the Slinger Fire. Game 4. Parmenion can nearly feel the glory of being the first to defeat the champ in a best of 5 series, in any series in Total War League history. Total War League history. Over 10 seasons of excellence. The push is going on. Looks like some pressure on this left side from the Skitari. It's Skitari against the Celtibrian. Dean. Right there, right in the engagement. Painted Warriors opting to not go in. There comes some Celtibrian. They took a Pilum and they do hit those vets. Like the charge was not too favorable, but in come some Painted Warriors into the shields. There's a beautiful connection. Watch that. Big hit. Weird connection there. I thought it was gonna be a little bit cleaner, but it was not. As looks like those Iberian slingers, they are firing away, but oh no, Parmenion losing a lot of cavalry. 31 on those guys, 17 on those. That is a lot of damage as the Vet Shield Warriors pushing in. And here comes the Cantabrians putting the pressure on the slingers. Slingers so key for late game as they do find those Lusitani slingers, and they are routing immediately upon that hit. 2 routing, mind you, and back they go, releasing the Pilum. Releasing the Pilum as there's some pressure. Nearly a full Skitari, 39, trying to get in there, but the general for Barca, he says, not today, I'm right here. Right here, ready to slaughter. Vet Shield Warriors taking care of the Iberian swords. Looks like Frenzy was used. Those Painted Warriors, charge damage and weapon damage in. Sat Skitari looking to be picked up. At the general end, you got 2 Celtibrians in. Here comes some Skitari trying to target that slinger, but they're going to be cut off, and no counter charge from Parmenion. Beautiful move from Hamilcar Barca. That is a lot of damage. A lot of damage indeed. The nobles still at 120 men. Look at the balance of power. Could this be it? I would never count out Barca though this early. It's way too early. Does he have all his slingers left? I think he does. 4? 1 go down? Maybe I'm missing one. Oh yeah, I see 4 slingers. 1 must have gone down. It's the melee, a lot to handle. The Lusitani Warriors, those Vet Shield Warriors, massive damage. So let's check in on the Cav situation. We got 52 for the general. We got the Cantabrian. Good connection, good hit, good find. Looks like, let's see it for Lusitani. Lusitani very low on the Cav. He's got that 1 unit over there, the 10 Skitari, so Cav advantage is to Barca. He's gonna have to do a lot of work here. There goes 1 slinger. He's routing, but he's not completely out of the battle yet, and that other one too. So those units staying alive is huge. Is huge. It's the 19 Skitari, the only Cav choice for Parmenion. Pushing in, and looks like these slingers are stopping. Gonna form some volleys here, I would assume. I'd assume balance of power likes Lusitani, but not so fast. Cav advantage to Barca. The field is spread. Still 1 Painted Warrior, very low Iberian sword at 23 men. Into Brians at 23, and it looks like a bit of a reformation of troops for Lusitani. Reforming the line. We're about 7 minutes in to this game 4 massive matchup. As the Skitari trying to whittle away those men. They're very tired. Can the winded Skitari catch the they're exhausted. They are exhausted. Can they catch this unit? They give up. Could have been big to whittle that man down, but just too much speed on that unit. It's the Skitari walking. Maybe the Cantabrian goes in. No, he says, no, I'm going to go charge those Iberians. The mismanagement, the walking could potentially cost him years. Is he going to see this? Here he comes. Lead. Beach. I think now he sees him. Now he racks. If there's any Pilum left, could be big. Skitari down. I think that is the last Cav for Parmenion. Where are the slingers? One slinger routing. He's got one here. Still 4 slingers for Parmenion. And these are not just your ordinary slingers. We got Balearics. Got 2 Balearics, 2 Iberians. Let's see here, 60 Iberian slingers, 51 and 23. Maybe those guys can take out, I don't know, 1 slinger together. But it's going to be a tall task with the Skitari, 18 men. 18 men. The people are clamoring for a game number 5 in this magnificent series. Magnificent series indeed. Cantabrians still trying to get in and cause some trouble. Remember, they are exhausted. What if Parmenion sends in a volley on these guys? Maybe you route one of those units potentially with the 1 volley? I don't know, I have no idea. Forwards! So 120 on the nobles, 113 kills for those men. It's just a matter of, looks like he's going to try to get some stamina back. Barca has the second wind ability, his cav. We got 1 fresh. This man exhausted. They hit them with the pilum. Huge hit, 9 men. Not quite routing yet, trying to whittle his way around those units. He does. But then they get caught. They are gone. To 1 cav down, noble cav at 46. Celtibrians at 21. So there was a pilum. We don't know the pilum situation for Lusitani. That pilum is gone. Could have been big maybe for this general unit, maybe for that Celtibrian. Still the shifts are on. I see some stationary, no, not much more movement looks like from Lusitani as this Iberian slinger. You know, maybe, why not? Why not push this? At that cav, maybe you don't push your general, but what about that cav? I guess you're gonna get hit by this Balearic. But look at this. So there is a Celtibrian at 16 men, Skitari at 18. It's like the push is on. They're gonna push that pressure on the Balearic. But look at that. Now we're dealing the damage. 100 nobles. Looks like the second win has been issued for the Vet Shield Warrior. Not using it on the Skitari cav. Pretty big decision. Still those slingers, they are central. They are shooting the Balearics. Balearics at 78. The general, he's being pickpocketed right now. So here comes some movement. The cav. Gosh, I wish that Skitari had the second win, but Parmenion said no thanks. Didn't need it, but looks like the nobles will have an acceptance with the Painted Warriors. The pilum going for the cav. I don't think it hit. 15 might have killed a couple. 61 men. The general's gotta go. He's going. He's using his head hunt and the battle rhythm. He's sending them. Looks like, oh, there was a cav charge up here too. Now those slingers firing. It's the Skitari cav gone. Celtibrians just used their charge. So that unit will be exhausted. Here comes the general in big heat. Arevaci and Hami not going down without a fight. The general, probably, I mean, the unit, it's one of your most vital units is split off from the field of battle. But still, maybe they can pick up this Painted Warrior. Potentially, the Painted Warrior has been battle rhythmed. As this, this Celtibrian exhausted now, just used his frenzied charge. Very susceptible to a rout at this moment. This Balearic, he's trying to get away. The Balearic had the pressure applied. 22 men. 22 men is that Celtibrian now under pressure. General at 41, still steady, still rocking, but still this Lusitani noble making it difficult in a pilum. Late game pilum, 30 men standing on the noble cav. Huge hit. And Parmenion can feel within his bones. So many melee units to kill here. So many melee units, and his slinger gets hit. Mismanagement here at the end. Surely he had ammo. Surely as the slinger's well protected, shooting the cav. As it's all or nothing for Hamilcar Barca. His season on the line. As Parmenion, there's a slinger routing at 51 men. The general is dead. And he goes. And the general, the slinger's routing. routing the slingers, still the general, 16 men. The morale just plummeting, shifting to the champ it is. Vet Shield Warriors trying to chase, the 3 slingers standing, and still the Cav controlling the game. What a move from Hamilcar Barca. He killed the general, and he went in, and he took them all down. I am shaking, ladies and gentlemen. 85 Vet Shield Warriors, 44 trying to push these Balearics. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is there another Pilum left in the tank for Lusitani? That is the question. That is the question. Do we have anything left? The general killed. Hami felt the morale shifting, and he went in. Look at all these units running. 39 Vet Shields, 26 Iberian Slingers, 34 Iberians. My goodness. But you gotta think there's maybe a Pilum still in here. Still somewhere for Lusitani to deal this damage. We are over 14 minutes into this game number 4. Is there some shooting from the Balearics? You know, Hami, I think Hami's general is still kicking. He's got second win, he's got battle rhythm, no general from Lusitani. 4 units, Lusitani, 5 units for Arevaci. Slingers shooting there, hitting steady, tired. There's a rout, could be going down to 3. Could be going down to 3, they are gone. Could be just a matter of time. Trying to regain his morale here, his stamina, pardon me. Winded, exhausted, and exhausted. Certainly some ammo remains. As just when we thought it was all ogre. The general kill, the movement, the slaughter. And he still comes out of it with his general. If that Arevaci general dies, well, it might have been just shifted the other way. Still a painted warrior. These guys instill fear. And still fear, so a huge unit to have here. They're steady. Slingers steady. Confident slingers. 2 confident slingers. These guys, let's check the ammo. Those guys have ammo. No swords out. Those guys have ammo too. Everybody has ammo, looks like. I think there is ammo everywhere. Everywhere. Now the Vet Shield Warriors, 75 men. Very tired and exhausted. They're routing. Not liking big giant rocks being thrown at them. What an absolute amazing battle. Still they shoot. 52 warriors. Painted warriors instilling fear of the men, shooting double waver. They blink and eat. Is finished. What a game 4. Wow. Nearly even on the kills. But it's those slingers. It's that general death that switched the tide. The general off in no man's land. And it was exposed by the defending 5-time back to back to back to back to back. I think that's 5. Champion of Total War League. That's a lot of damage.